Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, gentle ladies. Today I am joined with AllyFun.
Hello, everyone.
And
I don't.
today we're gonna be reviewing the first episode of the Promised Neverland season 2, which I was super hyped about. I think you were as well, Ally, but you've read the
I
manga.
Yeah, I like the manga a lot better.
Oh, all I know is he got me to watch the first season, and then when I heard the second season was coming out, I freaked out because I really enjoyed the ending of the first season. And I don't think the episode was that bad, but I kind of like spoilers, warnings. Go watch the episode. Allie's gonna be here comparing it to the manga, and I'll discuss a little bit of my thoughts on the episode from an anime only perspective as well. So, what were the? I guess we should, before we start naming the changes, we should kind of say what happened in the episode. Basically, it started off with like what was going to happen later on in the episode. They were running away from what I thought was a demon, but it's like an animal, I presume. Um, Allie, is that like a wild animal in that area?
No, they it's not really a spoiler because they even say it in the manga. It's a demon. It's also a demon. So they're like, what the? So they're kind of
Oh,
confused. They're like, that's a demon, but they're also demons. So they're like, what's going on here, man?
so
What's going
so
on?
it's like a different type of demon, like one that maybe
Yeah, that's one way to think of it. Yeah, yeah.
like a brainless demon.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, they're close enough to be called wild animals at that point.
Oh, so they're like wild animals before the
Right.
demons.
Yeah, but it's like close enough to be called wild animals, considering they're, I wouldn't say brain dead, but they kind of do just act like animals. So
Okay. Well, all I know is that's where the episode started off, where the brain dead demon was chasing them, and then it skipped to like right after they escaped from the walls, them scavenging for water and stuff. And I really did like how it kind of foreshadowed a little bit for Emma like falling down from the ear infection, because you saw her tired and stuff, you know. And yeah,
but
I thought that was a little interesting. But overall, basically, demons kill the wild animal and then start chasing them. Chasing Ray, and then there was a bit other things that was going on and stuff. It wasn't that complicated. They were just scavenging. They found two individuals that saved them. One saved Ray from the demons chasing him. The other saved the main group. Um,
no, you missed a big detail. There was they had a guidebook on them, which was like, which Mr. Williams like how do you pronounce it? Marvel. I pronounce his name again? Like the guy that's saving them,
mm-hmm.
but they don't know his face. So what? How do you pronounce his name? I'm
Don't ask me with names. We'll call him Mr. Marvis.
Alright. So Mr. Marvis pretty much wrote the little novel for them as like a secret guidebook.
Mm-hmm.
And in the
Yeah.
manga, they actually show panels that like give examples of like how they're compared to. In the manga, like they actually fall into like a trap. Like before this, they fall.
Oh.
Remember, when Ray was trying to lure the demon in, like he was trying to get them to fall in the trap, right? Remember, like the not a
Yeah.
trap, but like
I remember.
some vines. So like before then, they fall into it. Then they like big brain their way out of the trap. Like I don't know, maybe they like do it in a later episode and then they'll show it. So I'm not gonna talk. I'm not going into too much detail about that. But yeah, like the little novel they have that was written by Mr. Marvin. I'm gonna call him Mr. Marvin. Mr. Marvin pretty much
Let's
like
just call him Merlin because he's intelligent.
Merlin.
Yeah, even though
I
it's
still
not
Merlin.
Merlin. He's not
Nice.
Merlin, but he's as intelligent as Merlin. So we'll call him Mr. Merlin.
So Mr. Merlin's guiding them with the book, which I thought was really creative because like
Yeah.
I liked how they also knew exactly everything in the book. Like these guys for like
Mm-hmm.
12-year-olds, like 11 to 12-year-olds, are like way too big brain.
Yeah,
Like I
they have
it's
like an
not
IQ
fair.
of 189. But from an anime only perspective, I actually kind of liked the episode. I liked the twist at the end that the two people that saved them were demons. I was not expecting that. I thought they were part of Mr. Merlin's group, you know. I would give the episode. It's tough for me because there were some aspects of it I really liked. Other aspects felt a little dull at times, and
I
I
I
wish
think
it
it was
took.
rushed, a bit
Yeah,
rushed.
I think it should have been slower paced. Like they should have done a little bit more before the demons started
Right, but it'd
chasing
be a
them.
bit boring
True.
though. If like
True.
some parts would have been boring, like,
Also,
but
it
it kind of
does.
led up to a climax
Uh,
though.
it does also make sense that demons would immediately be chasing them. So it kind of shows how dangerous the outside world is, kind of to the viewers, I guess. So I like that aspect. Was it like very similar to the manga as an adaptation, or were there a lot of
It's
changes?
there were some changes, like when they were eating food, they were just giving a bit more character depth. Cause you know how in anime they're like thank you for the food, like
Mm-hmm.
when they eat, they actually did that when they brought the food, just as like a little like those small details that make an anime and like help build the personality rather than just getting straight to the point. Like
Yeah.
they no longer feel like they rely on the house to survive, so they don't
Mm-hmm.
do the prayers when they eat now. They just eat their.
Oh.
So yeah, they don't do it anymore. Like they try to do it, then I mean Emma tries to do it. Then one of the toddlers or however old they are, like what, like 9 or something, is like, "Why are you praying? Like we made it out here ourselves. We got the food ourselves." And so they're like, "Oh yeah, we did." So now they don't do it anymore.
That was actually a really cool detail that I did not notice
Yeah,
because the anime didn't really like bring attention to that detail. You know?
yeah, they didn't bring it up. Like they were doing it right, but they didn't mention it because like in anime it was like pretty text heavy, so there was a lot of like things going on in their head while they were
Yeah.
doing this. In the anime, they were just mainly focusing on what they were saying. They weren't really explaining it in
Mm-hmm.
their heads.
I
So
did
it
I
makes
did like a lot of the lines though, especially coming from Emma. Like in the start when like she was talking about freedom and the cost of it. Like
right, right.
that was really interesting. Overall, I liked the episode. I think it's like probably not a 9. I would say like an 8.5 out of 10 episode. I liked the twist at the end. I feel like the twist was really good.
That
Like
they were good demons.
yeah, well, no, that they were demons in general because like you were in the voice
Oh,
call. Yeah,
you thought they were humans.
yeah, you were in the voice call. I was like, that's it. Come on, I literally said that word for word.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I kind of wanted there to be some more to it. But I mean, it's episode 1, and it's only makes sense to not get put all of it together.
Yeah.
As a manga reader, I would like to just bench watch the whole thing, but but like I can't because like it's yeah, you gotta pace it out. I gotta wait for it, but I think they did an okay job.
Yeah.
But like I said before, they didn't go through their thoughts very well. The
Mhm.
chase scene where they were chasing Ray, in his head he was like devising a plan to throw his scarf away and like mathematically predicting which way is the best route to throw off the. No, he was though. He was like the manga was like drew it out too. It was like if then with like arrows and stuff, like directing like which is the best route. And then in the anime, he kind of just does it. He just throws his scarf and then runs. Like that's it. So I was disappointed at that. I was like, oh no, these guys are big brain. Show them their big brain, but they don't.
Yeah, my guess is it was just runtime. They wanted to get through this part. You know, the twist at the end,
Yeah,
revealing that the people that saved them were demons and not humans. You know,
yeah.
uh, they could have probably cut a little shorter even then, making like the humans reveal to the children that they're demons, like instantly. So like we think that the children are about to be eaten, but then the next episode we find out that they're good demons. That could have been the twist, that you could include all that little short stuff in the middle. But I understand why it's so short. I really liked it still from an anime only perspective. It would have been cool to see the cool details that you're telling me about though, for
Yeah, there were
sure.
definitely a lot of cool details. Dude, I was disappointed at the horse at the end because it's like a skeleton thing horse. I was like, that's so cool. Like I was actually thinking that's such a cool design.
Yeah.
But then the horse just looked like a horse. I'm like, oh, no, no. Yeah, that's what I didn't like. It was just a horse, so like I didn't like that. It was like
Yeah,
still
that's
okay
fair.
though.
But yeah, overall I liked it. What would you score this episode out of 10?
I like because I've seen a better version of it. Pretty much, I would say this is like a 6 out of 10. Yeah, I thought the pacing was a bit
Oh.
fast.
Yeah, yeah, I
Like
did like the fast pacing, but I think
maybe
it could
low,
have been.
honestly maybe lower.
Yeah,
But like,
the pacing could have
uh,
been a little less, but I do like how, because the pacing was so quick, you really saw the danger of the world, you know?
yeah, sure. I'm sure a lot of
Definitely,
people were
yeah.
psyched for the danger too, cause like at the end they kind of just like transition to like a completely white screen to make it so the audience doesn't know what's outside. So I think like the whole hype thing for what outside looks like was pretty good.
Yeah, and it also makes sense for them being chased and stuff, which I thought was really cool. I liked the aspect of again, the foreshadowment, like the minor foreshadowment in the episode as the episode progressed, that Emma was gonna pass out there. Because you did see her sweat a little bit. You saw her, like tired
Right.
and stuff, and like you could tell like she wasn't feeling well. Um,
I didn't think there was enough dialogue like to show more emotion, but I
yeah,
I yeah
I
I
could see
again I
that.
get it. They want again I get it. They wanted to just get to the little twist so people get more interested into it. But I'm just
Mm-hmm.
saying like I would appreciate it if they slowed down a bit.
Yeah, I do like like I'm telling you, it was almost a jump scare when the demon first comes out running after them, because it was just out of nowhere. You just hear a screech,
I
like
didn't
you're
really get
not
the
expecting
particle
that.
effect thing. Can you actually explain this to me? Like, they never explained this in the manga. Actually, like, you saw those little particles I was flying at them,
Yeah,
then they knew how to run. Right? I didn't get how did they know how to run? Because if that were me, I'd be like, oh, what's these little things floating in the air?
I think
I
it's
wouldn't assume a
because
demon's coming.
they're running like quickly, and maybe they did see the demon. Maybe the demon was like close enough to where they would have seen it from the light. I don't know.
I guess I feel like if that was the case, they'd show that they could see the demon.
Perhaps. Maybe it's just because, I mean, when you see a stampede of animals running, do you run?
No, the thing is, before that, like the little lights that showed up, like, and they started like turning off lights and stuff. I was like, what the that that wasn't really in the manga. Maybe like they put this in a different order, because in the trailer I saw a scene that was kind of like before this, which I'm thinking like it's a possibility that they're just putting this in a different order than it did in the
Perhaps.
manga.
And maybe that's how it will make more sense better. Because, again, they wanted to have a really solid first episode. And I think this episode was solid for an anime-only viewer. Maybe as
Right.
somebody who's read the manga, you might be a little more disappointed with like how things turned out. It's not on level with the 9.9 out of 10 first episode that we got in the first season.
Yeah, first episode definitely like yeah 9 out of 10.
But I'm still hyped for the next episode, and I'm really excited to see it.
And this is another minor detail they forgot to add. Like when they cut off the head of the demon, like he then stabs his eye. Like that's kind of just like a little detail you kind of need to put in for like foreshadow slash just emphasize the character's personality. Like he already decapitated him, but yeah, he stabs the eye. There's like a meaning to it, but I won't really say it's like it's like kind of like symbolic and
Okay.
it kind of relates to the plot. So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
these,
If it's like foreshadowing to something really important, then don't share it.
yeah, yeah. I'm saying it's like it's a minor detail too, but it's like
Oh
it also
yeah.
means something.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not gonna say too much about it, but I'm just
Uh,
saying like it was.
well, thank you guys for checking out the second channel of the Pokesel. Pretty cool name and
Shut up,
stuff.
Pokesol.
Hit that subscribe button. Well, this channel's name is Brandon, but hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Go check out my friend AllyFun. It's fun to be around him.
I'm a fun ally.
Yeah, you're a
Eh,
fun
fun
ally.
ally. Fun ally.
And
I'm.
if you haven't seen Promised Neverland, then what are you doing where we're reviewing season
Yeah,
2?
what are you doing? If you're watching this, why haven't you seen the first season? Go watch the first season. No.
Like, seriously, I'm telling you, the first episode is the best first episode of all, like, probably of all time, in my opinion.
Some parts of season one actually got my heart pumping. Like I was genuinely scared of what was gonna happen. Like actually, like a lot of shows they don't do that to me because I just think it's really cool. I was like, oh, that's a really cool moment. But like
Yeah.
in Miles Neverland, I actually get little like heartbeats going. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm like, what's
yeah,
gonna happen? What's gonna
one
happen?
last thing I wanted to mention is the mindless demon things. I don't know if it was CGI or not, but they looked really clapped or something. I don't know. They looked strange.
What do you mean clapped?
Like, they just looked weird. Like, they weren't supposed to be in that, like, the same style or something. I don't know. I could be, like, maybe it's my eyes playing tricks on me, but they just looked kind of strange.
I think maybe they were just trying to go for that because to show like the difference between appearances, but I
I don't
can't say
know.
for sure.
And once again, still, the character design still looked a little weird, but, like, it's Promised Neverland. It's a great story with some strange-looking children.
They'll fix it. It's fine.
Anyway, guys,
Don't fix it.
yeah, that's it for today's episode review. Bye bye. Go watch The
Bye.
Promised Neverland.